Which is that wedding you said, oh, you know what? I was meant to do this.
So 2015 was the beginning of the year. For the first meeting, I went and then Mahesh uncle, we have given certain number and he's like, Rajesh, this is not your worth. I think you should charge 2x of the amount what you are asking. How generous, that's a gesture. It's hard to find people like that, and we have given our heart and soul in that particular picture. We did a pre-wedding in Jaipur, and that was a cover picture for one of the media house for 2 years. And after that, I believe that whole year we have shot more than 20 weddings after just that wedding.
What is it that, like, it's a process, and then what is it that attracts you, that talk working with that?
Our first call itself, now we want to be very loyal with them. We always try to show them either it's photo or video from different perspective. Like luring some people on Instagram is very easy because everyone put up nicest content on Instagram. So my whole conversation starts with this, that if you feel that connection with photographer, definitely you should go with them.
What is it that attracts you the most with the destination wedding?
Destination is like, it's just give them the cue to guest also, like, hey, it's completely now cut down for 2 days. If you are here, party hard, enjoy each and every moment.
Exactly.
So that's very interesting for us also.
Hi Rajesh, thank you so much for joining us in the wedding show by Rad's Events. Our journey started a few years back in Bahamas, and here we are in Bombay. Our city is what I can say. Let's talk about your journey. I know that our journey started a few years back, but your journey started many more years back. So let's talk about that.
First of all, thank you so much, Urvashi ma'am, for having me here. We do a lot of fun conversation behind the camera, but this is the first time that we are on camera. So I'm very excited and very fortunate that we are doing this.
Yeah.
If we talk about Notting Bells and my journey, so I come from a very small town called Baitul, which is in Madhya Pradesh. And 2006-7, when I was looking for my college, and it's almost the story of all people from my generation, where every parent wanted their kids to pursue engineering. Same with me. On the same line, I went to Indore to pursue my graduation into engineering, but I've got to know that this is not my cup of tea at all. I dropped that idea. Then I was looking some other measures. On those lines, I went to learn what do you call it, animation, and that was the first time when I experienced my first camera. And I'm like, hey, this is something that is more interesting and engaging. On those lines, I've joined a filmmaking school in Bhopal, and 2007 where I met my partner Sachin also. So it's almost more than 18 years now we know each other, and we are the co-founders. Like Sachin and me are the co-founder of Notting Bells. Completed my graduation in 2011. Then we moved to Mumbai to do our own share of struggle. I worked with Jatin Kampani. He's a very well-known fashion photographer, and Sachin was working into films. And 2014, one thing struck me, that though in terms of techniques, lighting, all technical aspect of photography and videography, I'm amazing in fashion, but something is missing, and that something was a human connection. In fashion, everything is very superficial, materialistic, and wedding is like when you go back home, you go with a lot of friends.
Correct.
So on those lines, 2014, I said, Sachin, let's start something around weddings. We have got 2-3 weddings. We tried our luck. That worked out really well. And in 2015, when we have just started, we got a call from one agency that, hey, there is a celebrity wedding if you want to do it. I'm like, yeah, why not? And that wedding was, if you remember, Shuyash and Kishwar Merchant. And Instagram was also growing during that time in
Right.
2015. And within a week, we were 15,000 from 1,000.
Oh, wow.
And then the inquiries was just pouring from everywhere. And now it's almost a decade's experience, shot more than 550 weddings till now, traveled more than 27 countries, achieved a lot of accolades and recognition in
Right.
lot of magazines. So very fortunate and a lot of gratitude what we have become now.
Right. I think what really strikes me is your humility every time I work with you guys. When I talk to you or Sachin, the first thing which strikes me is wow, even in spite of all the achievements, you guys are very humble, and keep up on that.
Thank you.
Another thing which strikes me working with US based photo video companies and India based photo video companies is you guys do not count hours.
Correct, yeah.
You are about content. How much content can you get to make the great album and the great videos? And this is something which we as planners strive for, because our clients, those moments are going to go in a,
Correct,
and
yeah.
and the only things will remain is photo video.
Right.
So keep up. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
doing that and keep up on that. Now and I know that that is your journey as far as work is concerned, and you got into the wedding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which is that wedding? You said, "Oh, you know what? I was meant to do this."
Correct. So, same year, so 2015 was the beginning of the year. Same year in December, we have got another wedding. The couple's name is Priyanka and Parth, which I believe genuinely gave us that boost. We always felt that couple is very close to us always. So when I went for that meeting, we used to monetary perspective. I want to talk. We used to charge some random amount, and this wedding, I went for the first meeting. I went and then Mahesh uncle, we have given certain number, and he's like, Rajesh, this is not your worth. I think you should charge 2x of the amount what you are asking. How generous, that's a gesture. It's hard to find people like that, and we have given our heart and soul in that particular picture. We did a pre-wedding in Jaipur, and that was a cover picture for one of the media house for 2 years. And after that, I believe that whole year we have shot more than 20 weddings after just that wedding. And right now also in November we shot 14th wedding in that family, which happened in Phuket.
See, that's what says a lot about you as a not only as an artist but as a human being. And for us in wedding industry, these are the things which keeps us moving. And I'm sure
Correct,
it is
correct.
for it is that. Now, when you talk to a client or the couple, what is it that like the process, and then what is it that attracts you that talk working with that? Because according to me, photo video is one of the most important vendor as far as couple is concerned, because
Correct,
couple have the couple has to like the artist,
correct.
the team, and vice versa, even you
Right.
need to like them. So what is your process like?
So, first thing, Urvashi ma'am, on our first call itself, now we want to be very loyal with them. We always try to show them either it's photo or video from different perspective, like luring some people on Instagram is very easy because everyone put up nicest content on Instagram. So my whole conversation starts with this, that if you feel that connection with photographer, definitely you should go with them. Lot of time, if this is just a project for a photographer or it's a passion project for a photographer, you have to assess that. If that's the case, then definitely you should go with them. On those lines, we always make sure that we have 5 to 6 call with the couple to understand what's their liking, what kind of thought process they have, what exactly they want. Because doing a regal royal wedding in Jaipur and at the same time doing a wedding probably with 50 guests in Tuscany is completely different feel. So the same content you can't give it to another client. So understanding their needs is very important. As you said, these moments are very priceless, so we have to think from their perspective, not trying to just give our aesthetic to them like, hey, we just shoot like this.
Correct. And what is your best style of photo and video? Because the editorial, and maybe explain that
Correct, correct.
more.
So we don't want to tag ourselves with any certain style, because as I said, every couple is different, their stories are different. But if I speak categorically, when it comes to video, also we try to do very collaborative work. For example, there are few couple who always come and say, hey, we want very goofy fun loving video. There are few couple who want to have very rom-com slow-mo emotional video, and there are few who are like, hey, we want very documentary style, so script things beforehand, try to work with that. So we are very open to work on those lines.
Right. But I see that, and because we have worked with quite a few clients, and what I've seen about you is, although we had one couple who loved the goofy and
Correct,
very
correct.
Bombay style and everything, but what I liked is you also produced pictures and videos which appeal to the family and the parents, the timeless
Correct, correct.
pieces, right? So that's what you do, and which I love something about your company, that you don't just focus on things which are trendy or which are needed by the couple at this moment, because that couple is going to think about their wedding differently in 10 years.
Right.
So you need to have those timeless pieces too.
Correct, correct.
Right. Now let's talk about destination wedding, and we have done again a couple of them in the past. What is it that attracts you the most with the destination wedding?
Again, as I said, definitely one thing that I love about destination weddings, instead of doing home weddings, when you go to one destination, even the guest also wants to enjoy that whole wedding, so their focus is always completely on those 2 days, and those 2 days are also completely packed with lot of functions. And like a lot of time we do weddings in Bombay, so what happens, like people are coming after their work, or probably they are reaching back home early because they have to go to work next day. But destination is like, it's just give them the cue to guest also, like, hey, it's completely now cut down for 2 days. If you are here, party hard, enjoy each and every moment.
Correct.
So
Exactly.
that's very interesting for us also. And every couple, when they choose a certain destination, that resonates with their personality also. If someone is choosing a forest wedding, or probably if someone wants to choose a regal royal wedding in Rajasthan, or if someone wants to choose a beautiful small intimate wedding in Tuscany, it says a lot about their personality, and that's how we have to do our homework also.
Correct.
So
No,
yeah.
and you said it right. Destination weddings are always fun because all the guests or the focus is only on the wedding, not anywhere else. The day of the wedding, especially because it has so many moving parts, be it a Hindu wedding or any religious ceremony, and then you have the after weddings reception or dinners or whatever. Uh, and you and I have worked, and the itineraries are very important for us.
Correct.
And I'm not sure how many countries planners do this, but how important it is for you to work with planners to plan the day.
Right. So, in my opinion, planners are the showrunner, and we, all other agencies, are helping hands. So, we make sure that we have to align with the planners. And especially when I work with you, Urvashi ma'am, one thing that I like a lot is that cue sheet or time sheet where you put up every smaller details. For example, the family photos are equally important, so you always dedicate a specific 15-20 minutes for family photos before each function. So those smaller cues are very important. On the same line, when we work with any agency, we first we try to do 5 to 6 call with couple, and then do our requirement call, which could be technical requirements, or small requirement which can enhance or elaborate in terms of aesthetics. So we give that feedback to planner as well.
Right.
So working in sync and synergy is very important when it comes to working with agencies.
And lately we have done that, where during the in the wedding, even with the outfits and the decor and everything, you do give your inputs, because at the end of the day, most of my brides also love the idea of having everything aesthetically pleasing when you
Correct,
take
correct.
look at the pictures. And thanks to so many other decorators and designers who also come on board, I love that collaboration nowadays. It doesn't only become like, oh, the bride's ideas.
Correct,
It is a
correct.
collaboration between the photo video, the decorators, designers. Also, the food is very
Right.
important nowadays. So I'm so glad that we have been doing that now. I think that is the future, I feel, of this wedding industry, where people are going to do maybe smaller weddings, but it will be a collaboration between
Collaboration.
all the vendors to make it look and feel the
Correct,
best,
right.
right?
For
So,
example, many time what happens, for instance, if we talk about Sangeet, when a decorator or a designer or a planner wants to do a Sangeet, they do beautiful mood lighting which goes with the theme. But a lot of time they forget to put the face light, which is very important thing which technically camera requires.
correct.
So then these are the smaller feedbacks which comes from us a month prior. So then they can just align those smaller details or a smaller requirement from our side.
Oh yes, I think that's very important. Now, it's a 3 days, 4 days event, destination wedding, or any other wedding weekend. Uh, there are very few moments where you will have to be there to take pictures. How do you make sure that you don't miss out on that?
So I guess now it has become a very mechanized, after a decade of experience. Like once definitely when you have a lot of briefing or when you do a lot of pre-production in hand, I believe pre-production is almost a 95% job. If that's done, then the execution is just the 5% job.
Correct.
So we make sure that we have all the details ready beforehand, and when we work on ground, then we can manage that easily.
Right. Especially the team members. I think I remember one wedding that we did in Maryland. It was a sea facing Sonia's wedding. I remember
Yeah,
you had one photo art, like one artist, literally on the floor because they were putting sindoor.
yeah, exactly.
Who would have thought about that? I loved that. Like, I don't think people will notice things, but as a planner, because I've worked so many years, I notice these things more because you don't go short on the number of artists, that you will not miss out on a grandma's expression when a jaimala is happening at the same time the
Correct.
bride and groom's expressions.
Right.
So keep up on that, definitely. Okay. Now that is about our wedding day. What about the post wedding? I know that post wedding your work increases according to me. The day off is only capturing, and
Correct.
then later on you are in touch with the bride and groom more than I am.
Right.
I get complete FOMO most of the time because like, oh, there Rajesh is talking to them and I'm not talking. But I know that that is a very important
Correct.
factor.
Correct.
So maybe talk about that a little bit.
One thing that I always says when it comes to films, Urvashi ma'am, wedding films are editor's baby at the end,
Right.
You plan 100 things beforehand, but you never know what will happen eventually on the wedding day. For example, I was in Phuket right now. The bride has given, she had a beautiful idea of chantings, what she put on the mandap. Then she put a concept of 7 chakras, and everything was aligned and planned for 5 p.m. Varmala because she wanted that sundowner shot. But Thailand's weather is very unpredictable, especially with the Phuket on the beach side. It was pouring like hell.
Oh no.
The whole idea was to give a very beautiful aesthetic white feel tonality to that picture, and also make it very emotional. But the kind of content we have got, because the Varmala pushed to 7:30, all other function pushed differently. The whole treatment what we have planned earlier and what outcome we have to align as per the content that we have in our hand. So post production is very important, and one thing that we do, again, wedding films are very collaborative. So the minute we see the whole data, probably in 1 2 weeks, we go back to client and we suggest them songs like, hey, this could be the mood for this particular function, like haldi could be this, sangeet could be this, and once we get their feedback, then we will start working on that. So I guess, as I said, films are editor's baby.
Right, and especially with the copyright issues of music, because most of the brides and grooms, not all, would like to post them on social media or they need to share it with their relatives and friends. How do you handle that? Because I know that you do have some music which is made, curated.
Correct, correct. Yeah, so that's also a good idea. Now, I guess after this, especially with Instagram and licensing, it's hard to use audios randomly. So we do curate few bridal songs or entry songs for bride and groom, and we did this season also for two of the brides, and that's amazing.
कि आप curate करते हो depending like Anahita का जैसे आपने किया. So that was, I don't know how you came up with that music. I'll tell you frankly, I really don't know. So
Ha.
something like that, like you see the video, you see the content, you come back, and it's like, okay, you know what? It will not. The Indian music will not work with them.
Ha.
It has to be a fusion, or it has to be something which aligns with those
The
things.
those cross
That's what I'm saying.
cultural
Like
wedding.
Anita's the first the kids on the tree,
Yeah,
right, and then the
that
way
peppy
na na na
music.
na na
Yeah,
like that, I don't think anybody would have thought about it.
correct,
And when I
correct.
see edited videos nowadays, and I see like, nah, it is not the same as Anita's. I literally compare everything with that nowadays.
Correct, correct.
So the post production. Every time I think about the videos, I think about this wedding that we did in Napa Valley in California, and I was amazed by the music that you selected. I wanted to know more about how you select the music and how do you work with that.
Oh, perfect. So, if you remember John, very goofy, fun-loving guy, that was his personality. So, the minute I met him, I'm like, hey, this wedding can't be conventional, like just start with rom-com or slow-mo or things like that. And at the same time, Anahita, very beautiful Punjabi girl, they wanted to have that touch also. And at the same time, we were working on a cross-cultural wedding. They barely know Hindi music, so we made sure that we have to reference the kind of songs which can go and align with the whole tonality and mood of the wedding. So once I got to know that he's a very fun-loving groom, so I think I should start with that kind of music. So I sat with my editor and we were referencing, and we genuinely went through 20, 30 different kind of song, and then we are like, hey, let's start with a very fun song, and
Yes.
then gradually just go to the emotional aspect, which is important aspect of the wedding.
Correct.
So yeah, we do a lot of prep for the music also.
Yes, because you need to have that thorough knowledge, because also you don't want to get into the copyright issues with the social media.
Correct, yeah.
But at the same time, I'm amazed by that video, because every time I see another video nowadays, I compare it, which is not fair to others, but I do. And the first slide of it, the kids playing on the tree,
Yeah.
which you guys somehow captured. I'm not sure how. And then starting with that music, I think if anybody has not seen it, people should go and check that video out. I would definitely suggest that. But we also do same day edit.
Correct,
And I
correct.
know that you have selected some random music which we have never even heard of it, and you guys have it. So that is something which somehow the editor has some knowledge, which is great for us. So thank you. Now let's switch gears about our experience which hasn't been great. Without naming the names, let's talk about one wedding which you think about, because I know one wedding which I think about it like, ah, I wish that wedding was differently played. Do you have any experience?
So I recently did a wedding. The bride is a very well-known, what do you call, influencer.
Oh.
So on our all briefing, I equally respect all the agencies, but I guess when it comes to photo and video, I guess the main agency is
The
the
bride and groom.
photography team.
Right.
Agency is the photography team.
Correct. You
But
need to have a direct communication.
no, no. So we had a lot of communication also with the bride. Properly, everything was properly briefed. But what happened on the wedding day, instead of prioritizing our content, she had hired four content creators, the social media people. So I had a lot of expectation with this wedding, but that didn't work out for one reason, because apart from giving us the main content, the golden light, like the golden hour,
Of
is hardly
course.
for 45-50 minutes. But this particular bride, she wanted content first. So every time, first the first content creator is giving 10 to 15 minutes, then another one, and then once our turn came, it was dark.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's a
we
bummer.
haven't got the kind of content I wanted, and
Right.
I had done a lot of preparation for this wedding personally, me and Sachin both.
Oh my
So
God. So now I'm glad that you talked about this, the social media
correct.
content creators, and it has become kind of a rage nowadays. Having said that, a lot of my photo video companies in US, they have a clause that no other photo video person should be there.
Oh, that's great.
Even if
Yep.
at all I hire a photo booth, which is like a roaming photo booth, I need to inform the photographer.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. I guess that practice we need in India also, I believe
Right,
now. Yeah.
right. It is very important because what happens is, not apart from this, the timing, also, if at all there is somebody who's coming in between those shots, that's not fair to the artist, the main artist.
Correct, correct.
And then what happens is the bride and groom get disappointed later on. They don't realize it on that day because they don't even know half of the things
Right,
what is happening
right,
around them. But later on they get the disappointment which we want to avoid.
right.
So most of the companies have that rule in
So
our.
same for instance, we did a wedding in Jaipur now. There we always respect every agency, content creators are they are very now important and integral part of wedding fraternity, and we always support them. So whenever a bride hires a what do you call your
Content
agency,
creator.
content creator creating agency, we talk to them, we give them brief. But now what is happening? There is a pattern. Every artist, from decorator, caterer, everyone has their own content creators. So you can brief to one or two content creators to whom you can't control those uh, 8 to 10 content creators during the wedding. So same in Jaipur, I've already briefed them that this is my center angle where your guy also should be stationed. What I am seeing randomly during that Varmala moment, I have said it was an elevated stage. So Sachin has given a clear cut brief that no one is going to
Correct.
cross that moment. You don't want to break that whole moment when they are watching each other or looking at each other for the first time. Randomly, two content creator from catering team just stepped in between that moment,
That's
and
horrible.
they just killed the whole moment and the whole angle.
So, Rajesh, let's talk about the social media content creators nowadays, which has become very popular. We used to have a video company or a photo company who would represent only the decorator or the caterer. They would take their pictures and leave before any events start, the actual events start, before the guests come in. But nowadays, I see a lot of brides and grooms hiring their own content creators. Yes, that's the trend nowadays. But what are your thoughts on that?
See, I guess now social media has become an integral part of wedding fraternity or a wedding for bride and groom also. And it's a good opportunity for bride also to gain that popularity or get viral on social media, which is the main part of this whole social media game. But at the same time, I feel all agencies, including the social media team, also be a little mindful that photography and videography team is the main team, and they should be a little bit respectful about their content. For instance, I
Correct.
did a wedding right now in Jaipur, and there was the main social media team with we were in coordination, and we love to do work with them in coordination. But you can talk to one agency and talk to one social media team about whom the bride and groom have informed you. What about other 8 to 9 agencies which has been hired by a caterer or a decorator or a sometime the planning team,
Hair and makeup artist.
hair and makeup artist? So what eventually happens, like in this Jaipur wedding also, I gave proper brief to the main social media agency with whom we were working that this is the center angle from where we have to shoot, and the bride has given me the brief that during my that Varmala walk, I don't want any of the photographer and videographer on the ramp. I briefed everyone, but cut to the main story. I see a random guy with phone camera is just blocking both guys, like the bride and groom's views.
Oh
So
no.
the first eye connection, I think, instead of the groom, bride saw that guy.
Oh no.
And same for groom, he saw the back.
Oh
And
no.
then later I'm like, hey, with whom you're working? He's like, sir, I'm working with the caterer.
Oh no, that's a like and I completely get that. I remember one of the weddings we did in for destination, and because we gave color palette to all our vendors
Yeah.
for each event. This person who's wearing black when the color palette was pastel for this wedding ceremony, and he comes in between, and like we had to let please get out, otherwise my pictures are getting spoiled. So yes, there has been that over enthusiasm by the
Correct.
vendors sometimes that we have to curb. And I remember another example is one of the hair and makeup artists at a destination wedding. I remember she delayed my wedding by 1 hour because she was taking pictures
Oh,
and videos,
wow.
which the bride agreed to. I'm not saying no, but at the same time, that day, the bride and groom do not have a holistic view of the
Oh,
timeline.
shit.
We have that. You have to understand that, we have to just give, as you said, respect to the right vendors.
Correct, correct.
Otherwise, things are going to be a domino effect where everything gets delayed.
Correct,
Like
correct.
the reason why we had the wedding early at 10 o'clock, because the sun is very harsh in Turkey at one point when it is summer,
Yeah.
and it was very hot for all the guests. So people don't understand that, and that is why I wish the hair and makeup artist heard me, listened to me. So yes, I understand this completely, and nowadays because of that, we make sure that each vendor we ask them, are
Right.
you getting any photo video? Do
Correct.
you want it? Because then I will add that in the timeline. It's
Correct, correct.
easier to do that in the planning process,
Right,
not
exactly.
on the day of.
Correct, correct. So it
So
shouldn't come as a surprise.
surprise, right? And no surprises. That's why we have the planning process.
Correct.
But I'm so glad that we align on that. Now let's go to like a rapid fire of thing, which is your best moment of the entire wedding related events and wedding.
So there are a couple of moments that I always love to capture. For me, the most priceless moment is that family photo, which lot of time bride and groom they don't prioritize, but that's equally important because definitely it's their wedding, but it's a dream for parents also, to
Correct.
get their child get married. So I think that one moment that I always love to capture, that draping shot with mom and dad, that's
Yes.
also very
The
priceless.
getting ready
The getting
shots.
ready shots, yeah.
Yes.
So this is something that I always love to shoot.
Nice. Okay. Which is like a visual or a film that you're thinking about when you're taking pictures, like anything that really inspire you.
So whenever I'm completely drained and my mind is not working, or I feel a creative block, then I go back and I watch only one single movie that I'm watching from many years is Ashes and Snow.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah. So if you know about that
Yes,
movie,
of
it's a very
course.
spiritual movie, and that director took more than 10 years to shot that 1.5 hour movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's a beautiful movie which inspires me a lot, and I'm trying to replicate. I know hard to do that, but yeah.
Wow, interesting. I didn't know this, and I know you for so many years now.
We never spoke about that, right? But yeah.
What is it that you think that the couples underestimate during the wedding weekend to capture?
Again, as I said, the family portrait,
Family
and
pictures.
there is one thing that I always love to, when we work together, Worship,
Yes.
your sheet always has that,
Yes.
that family photos are very important.
And nowadays, in fact, we have, and I'm sure we have worked on that timeline too. I have added also the pictures with parents, siblings, and close friends.
Yeah, makes sense,
Is very
100%.
important. So I've been married for 25 years, and when I see my albums, I really value the pictures I have with my masi,
Right.
my chacha, my bua,
Correct,
who are
correct.
not there anymore in this
Right.
world. And that is what, those are my memories.
Correct, makes
Yes,
sense.
the bride and groom will not understand that today, but those are important according to me, and I do explain to them. And most of the bride and grooms, they value this suggestion, and
Oh,
they
that's
add
amazing.
this. At least one day we dedicate that, so that we have those individual shots with only Masi Masa and their kids, only one
Correct.
family.
Oh,
But
amazing.
that
Right.
really, you can frame it and give it to them as a gift later on,
Exactly.
right? So yeah, I do value that. What is, I know that is very difficult. The last rapid fire question. What is the perfect wedding for you?
Let's say same like Anahita and John.
Uh-huh.
The right moment, right angles, right lighting, So in that wedding, the technical aspects were also completely perfect and aligning with the requirement of photography, and at the same time, very aesthetical and beautiful wedding.
Right.
So
And
that is very close to me.
oh, nice. And love the weather. I think the
That is
weather
what
was
I'm saying.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, the Napa. I think, and every time I look, I think about the white wedding and the Indian wedding. I think the weather was perfect. The lighting was
Perfect.
perfect. You're
Yeah.
right. Absolutely. When I think about it, yes, you are absolutely. And the gorgeous couple.
100% without
Gorgeous
fail.
couple. So that's great. Now, one last question. I know that we do a lot for work.
Correct, correct.
This drives us. But at the same time, I know that you are also into that, is giving back to the world. And I want to talk about it not for, we want to talk that how much we do, but we want to inspire people to do more than what they do for only work. Money, fame, everything is part of our life, but what is important is giving back.
Correct, correct.
And I know that you have a couple of projects, so I would love to know more about that.
No, no, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to being part of Tara also, Urvashi ma'am. So, with our schedules, almost we are traveling more than 200 to 50 days. So, it's hardly to just be on field and work for society. But these are the smaller things where I feel that we can contribute to society. So, on those lines, I come from anthropological background. So, whenever time permits, I write a lot about Indian culture, and on those lines, we together worked on my book on Kumbh Mela, which was inaugurated last to last year. And my thought when I was working on that book was to not publish it or distribute it to a lakhs of people. My whole mission was, I think this book should reach to just one guy who can become the Vivekananda of the future, or probably uh, any good personality. If one guy can inspire with my book, that's enough. I've done for society. That's my thought.
Nice. Oh my God, that's a
So
such a beautiful thought. And you have another book coming. I know that you were talking about
right.
it.
So now we are working on. I haven't started working on that project, but I want to work on River Narmada, which is very close to my heart. And amazing story about River Narmada when we talk from our religious perspective. Uh, we say Ganga is a moksha as in incarnation, and River Narmada is a Yogdaini. So when you need knowledge or wisdom or enlightenment, you have to one time come back to that River Narmada. And there is a beautiful circumambulation around River Narmada that you have to do by walk.
Oh, how long is the walk?
You have to walk around that river for 2600 kilometers. And the best beauty of this walk is you have to walk without even a single penny in your pocket.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because in our religion, we say if you want to get the knowledge, you have to cut down from Maya, the concept of Maya.
Right.
And till the minute you have even a single penny in your pocket, that ego works like, hey, I have something. So burning that ego is the first step to walk on spiritual walk. So that's the whole point of that walk. So I
Wow.
want to write on that.
Yes, and this inspires me to go over there and walk this, because I don't think many people know about it.
So that's my whole idea. I want to not promote, but promote is not the right word, but maybe just spread the message about this
Yes.
walk in the world. That's my idea.
Right. I think it is essential. You must come
Correct.
with this book as soon as possible,
Right.
and let me know if at all you need any help with this, because this is an important project according to me, because not I think it is important to spread this awareness.
100%. And
Yes.
this comes just, this is not for money, not for
Yes.
getting any fame, any knowledge. As I am just trying to keep it very silent and work on this. That's the whole idea.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All the best for
Thank you
that.
so
Thank
much.
you. But and thank you so much for joining today. This has been an amazing talk. It's like you and I talk any day over a call,
I know.
or is this a talk like that? Thank you for
Correct.
keeping this comfort level.
Such an honor, and I there are few people to whom I admire in my life always, and you're one of them,
Oh,
to whom I can just pick the call and talk for any advices. So
right.
it's always, whenever I talk to you, a lot of gratitude for God and for the circumstances what we have created till now.
Right.
So thank you so
No,
much once again to
thank you.
give me this opportunity.
Of course. Thank you so much. Take care.